Hello everyone, here is another update for the Find It Serendipity glue book, the 3-tiered book that I am doing. I had some trouble with the cover, and so it's really stiff, and so I wanted to tell you about my difficulties with this. I guess this is right side up. I used a really, it's probably chipboard, cardboard weight for the cover. I wanted it to be really sturdy, and it is really stiff. I did put a strip of Tyvek tape on it because it cracked and I wanted it not to break entirely. So I put that tape on it, which probably made it stiff a little bit too. So, and then the paper I collaged on the little bit so that it would match the pages on both sides. I did the collage on another piece of paper, and I probably should have picked a thinner piece of paper to collage on because it was really difficult to glue on this thickness. I had to do it in 2 stages. I did the outside of the cover and then let that dry, and then I did the inside cover. And had to actually use clips to clip it down to make sure that it glued on the edges really well. And where the tape is, the glue did not take really well, so that the paper is kind of lifting up. I'm going to be sewing the signatures in, and so that's not going to be a huge problem. But I did want to say that it's not the easiest to do it that way. I don't normally collage my paper when I'm going to cover a cover. I don't usually collage that piece of paper. It was just a little bit more difficult. And I did want to say this, not all of my stuff is perfect. I would say probably 50% of my stuff has mistakes, flaws, uh-ohs, things that I wish hadn't have happened. This one is one of them. Now, it looks perfectly fine, and it is perfectly fine. I'm just saying that there are mistakes in this, just so that you know that even I make things that aren't exactly what I had in mind. I make mistakes too, but when you look at this, you can see a little bit of imperfections, but you don't really notice where I really went wrong here, right? So let me show you what happened and what you're not seeing. Let me put the autofocus off for just a second. See, the paper shifted when I was putting the cover on, or either that or I cut it too short, or maybe a little bit of both. So the cardboard is sticking out. Just on the bottom. The top is okay. It is not the most square of corners, and yes, the cardboard is sticking out there. So I just wanted you to know that mistakes happen, things happen, but that doesn't make your project it doesn't make it garbage. I am going to live with that. I am a recovering perfectionist, and this would normally drive me crazy. I have been trying to think of ways that I could cover that up, and I may cover it up, and I may just leave it the way it is, just as a reminder that I make mistakes too. everything I make is not perfect. It is a live and learn kind of thing. So that's my cover. It's really stiff. It doesn't really close, and so I am not sure exactly how I'm going to fix that because I don't like my books to be open like that. And maybe if I just put it on the shelf with other books, it'll train itself. And then the Joss paper here is cracking a little bit, right on the gold, right on the pretty part. And it's kind of flaking off a little bit. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If I'm just going to leave it, I might just leave it. Yes, mistakes all over the place. Not a big deal. It's still a great book. My next part is to add the bits to the pages. And I have out here things that I have counted. I've got fish in this little bin and kitties in this little one. Right now I have 50 cats. I'm not sure if I want that many cats in there, but I might. And I might want a few more fish. I found some more stickers, so I might add some more fish. And then this one is my things that are just a bit larger, some postage stamps, some images from magazines and children's activity books, postage stamps, I said that, didn't I? Larger images that will take up a little bit more room, and some larger stickers too. And I want to put those on the bottom so I know that I have enough room for them on the page. As I can put the little tiny things just about anywhere. I can layer those on top of other things. But then I can put the larger things on the bottom, and then I don't have to worry about covering up any of my tiny little things that I want to be able to see. So that is my next step, to glue in the larger bits and to glue in my list of things to find in the book. So that is what all of this is. I'm going to do those things first, and then I am going to take my extra little bits of stuff and put those on the pages to distract from all the things that are on the list. And then the last thing I wanted to say about this is I did make my spine larger than I normally do for a 3-tier book. This one is, it's a little bit more than an inch wide. It's about an inch when you consider that the chipboard is pretty thick. It's about an inch wide spine, and that is really big for me. I'm not adding more pages, but I did find some of those stickers that are puffy, that have some 3D effects. I found a bunch of them. These are just an example of some of them that I found. And I like them, but I never use them because I don't like my pages to be really bulky. I want to be able to close my book. And so I made extra room in this book so that I could use that kind of stickers and make the pages really thick. And there'll be enough room for these kinds of things in the book. So that is the update. I'm looking forward to adding stuff to the pages and seeing how that is going. And I will come back with another update. Thanks for watching.